Welcome to beautiful South Devon. You can see Torquay on the far side of the bay, but I'm not here to enjoy the sunshine of the Riviera. I'm heading to Dartmoor. Welcome to August's video.
Well, we know where we're going, but we don't know where we've been. And we know what we're knowing, but we can't say what we've seen. And we're not little children, and we know what we want, and the future is certain. Give us time to work it out. Yeah. We're on the road to nowhere. Come on inside. Taking that ride to nowhere. We'll take that ride.
Just come through South Hessery Tor, which is the first mile done. Ooh. And this area of Dartmoor was first populated back in the 1700s when they tried to introduce arable farming. But as you can see, it's not a very hospitable environment, whatever the weather. So it didn't really work, and the guy who set up Princetown, which is specifically to do that, luckily diversified, built a prison there in 1809, and that's why Princetown is famous to this day. And there's still a prison there with over 600 inmates. So 14 miles to go. There is Nuns Cross Farm. I believe you can rent out that property for events. You'll see Nuns Cross, which is one of the most significant ancient crosses on Dartmoor, and it's been here for 800 years. Think about that. This little bit of track we're on at the moment, they call the Monastic Way, and whilst arable farming only came here, or tried to come here a couple hundred years ago, livestock farming has been here for many years, and religious folk have been inhabiting Dartmoor for almost 1,000 years. And this Monastic Way joins together the two abbeys of Buckfast Abbey, which I think is over there, and Tavistock Abbey, which I think is over there. But when I looked up in the guidebook to describe this part, it described it as a treacherous, wide stretch of bleak wild moorland with areas of bog, high tors and fast-flowing streams. So I'm quite glad I'm doing it on a sunny day.
Feeling okay this morning.
Devon once described the secret to trail running in 3 steps. Step 1, run till it gets difficult. Step 2, walk till it gets easy. Step 3, repeat steps 1 and 2. So that's what I'm doing. You may think it's the soft option to walk, but with my heart rate still at 160 beats a minute and I'm only walking, that tells me that this terrain and this heat is challenging enough for my body that I'm doing the right thing. And when I get to a bit of a downhill stretch, I'll do a bit more running. And until then, I'm going to walk as fast as I can, keeping my heart rate at a sensible level. Tin has been mined around here for centuries. In fact, they say that the heyday of tin mining was probably around 1200 AD, and then it kind of stopped. But this area there's a lot of tin, and it stopped until the late 1700s, when, because of the Industrial Revolution, they needed more metals, particularly things like tin, and it all started again. And in Victorian times there was loads of tin mining here, and they thought there was going to be a whole new boom, but by 1850s it had become uneconomical and the industry ground to a halt again. But we're running on what they call the Puffing Billy track, which is what's left of a railway track. Used to ferry the tin all the way down to Ivy Bridge. Near here is a place called Red Lake. The reason it's red is it was used as China clay workings. China clay, or kaolin, is widely used in paper making. It's what makes white paper white, and obviously in China and pottery, and there was a lot of it around here. And back again in 1800s they used to hose it out of the ground, and then all the slurry would come away into settling tanks like those and settle out, and then they'd scoop out all the sand and gravel that they didn't want and tip it into a great big heap. And we can't quite see it, I got a glimpse of it earlier, but there's what the locals called a volcano, which is a great big hill over there, which is all that sand and gravel and the spoil. And then the resulting slurry of clean China clay and water was then piped away down, all the way through here, all the way down to Ivy Bridge. So you can see here a row of stones going up to the top of the next hill, and they also go behind me way back to what I called Red Lake, which is where the China clay works were. That is a 2-kilometre line of stones with over 550 stones put there several hundred years ago. Who did it and what was it for? Landing strip for aeroplanes? For aliens? Or was it just deeply religious people mapping out a path between the sites of huge religious significance? That Puffing Billy railway track was pretty harsh on the feet with the rocks that were there, but here we go. Thanks guys. Brilliant, thank you.